Om yo brahmanam vidadhati purvam yo vai vedanscha prahinoti tasmai tam hadevamatma buddhi prakasham mumukshurvai sharanamaham prapadye. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartribhyo Vamsharishibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhya Sarvopaplavarahitaha prajnanaghanah Pratyagartho Brahmaivahamasmi Brahmaivahamasmi. Om. Vedantartha vibhasakaya gurave Shantaya sannyasine Nanavadi nagendra sanghapavaye Yogindra vandyaya cha Mohadvanta divakaraya bhagavat padabhidham Bibhrate Tasmai bhashyakrite namostu satatam Purnaya bodhatmane. Om Brahmaham yat prasadena Mayi vishvam prakalpitam Shrimat Swayam Prakashakyam Pranavami Jagatan Gurum Yah Paramatma Jagat Srishtva Pravivesha Punasvayam Tam Krishnam Pratyagatmanam Vande
Gopi
Manoharam Yasya prasadadahamadvayatma Vishvam samastam mayi kalpitancha Tan sarvalokaika gurum sadashri Swayam prakasham gurumanatosmi Gurunam charanam bhojam Pranipatya nirantaram Tatkripa dvaita Chinta kaustubhamarabhe. Om Mahavakyam Kada Akhandartha Bodhakam Bhavati. When does the Mahavakya become the Bodhaka, the indicator of Akhandartha? So there are two things, in fact, three things which now give the capacity to the Vakyam, to the Mahavakyam. to become the Akhandartha Bodhak. What is that? What are those? The first condition which is required is that the laksharthas of both the padas, tat and tvam, should be available to the shishya, to the disciple, to the person who is listening. Lakshartha should be available. उपस्थित होना चाहिए, बुद्धि में उसकी उपस्थिति, उन दोनों लक्ष्यार्थों की उपस्थिति होनी चाहिए. Then, because it is a vakyam, then that vakyam would also mean that between the padas and padarthas, there is some form of sambandha between the padas. Also there is some form of sambandha. So this sambandha cannot be the usual sambandha through which any vakyam, any ordinary vakyam, can bring its Ramaha vanam gacchati, like that. This is also a vakya. In this vakyam, you have padas and padarthas again. But vakyas like these function through a different way. But the Mahavakyam has a different method of functioning. So there is the sambandha over here are these three sambandhas, and through the vritti called as lakshana vritti, the vakyam becomes the akhandartha bodhaka. So everyone over here then needs to have this clarity. Basically, the laksharthas, meaning the implied meaning of those padas, of those words. Which words are we dealing with? Tat and tvam should be available. Then the sambandhatraya, when this implied meaning, the lakshartha is available, then those words of the sentence formulate a sambandha between each other, some relation. How do these words, because without the words getting related to each other, it cannot become a sentence. It cannot become a sentence. Hence, what kind of sambandha is there over here, that also has to be seen. And finally, there is a vritti called as the lakshana vritti. We will see all those things, but these three things should be kept in mind, because sequentially we are going to see how the vakyam becomes the akhandartha bodhaka. Because the way in which the words function is very peculiar. Whenever any word is spoken, the word limits the object. And because the object is also limited, the words also have a limited meaning. For example, when I say ghata, meaning the pot, pot is a limited object, limited in time, limited in space, and limited as an object. When said pot, it wouldn't mean a table, a chair, everything. In fact, it does the vyavartanam of everything else. बाकी सारे पदार्थों से व्यावृत्त करता है घट को. Segregates. Hence, that whatever falls or whatever is seen or shown by the word naturally is a limited object. Khandartha. And therefore a question arises, how then that what is limitless can ever be shown by any word or the words which formulate a sentence? Do you see what is the problem? शब्द परिच्छिन्न वस्तु का बोधक हो सकता है, परंतु शब्द अपरिच्छिन्न अखंड वस्तु का बोधक कैसे बनेगा, ये प्रश्न है. शब्द अपने में ही, शब्द के घेरे में जो वस्तु आएगी वो परिच्छिन्न वस्तु ही होगी. शब्द का अपना एक घेरा है. There is a circumference. There is what do they call or an orbit which is created by the word will naturally limit the object. घट बोलने से पट का बोध तो नहीं हो सकता, या अन्य सारी चीजों का तो बोध नहीं हो सकता. घट बोलने से केवल घट का ही बोधक होगा, घट ये पद. तो जिस वाक्य में घट पद भी आएगा, Ramaha ghatam nayati. Rama carries the pot. Rama, limited object. Ghata, limited object. Rama, the doer of that particular, the agent of that action of carrying. So all these things, all whatever is now indicated, shown to you by the words which constitute the sentence, have a limited meaning. Have a limited meaning. And therefore, that what is limitless, that what is Purnam, how can that ever be shown by a sentence? But your claim, now the Purva Paksha says, your claim is that that Mahavakyam shows Akhandartham. Mahavakya has the capacity to show that what is unbroken, limitless. How is that possible? So, the author over here now tells you that how that Vakyam is going to function. And in order for that Vakyam to function, we require these three things. These are the prerequisites. Lakshartha, Laksharthas of both Tat and Tvam. How have you reached the Laksharthas? From the Vacha.
Anvaya Vyatireka.
Through Anvaya and Vyatireka. And this Anvaya and Vyatireka has to be, remember, Ati Prayatnataha. Vichintya Ati Prayatnataha. यूं ही नहीं मिलेगा. ये मत समझना कि लड्डू की तरह उठा के हाथ में रख दिए. विचिन्त्याति प्रयत्नतः. जोर लगाना पड़ता है. अच्छा, जोर कहाँ लगाना पड़ता है? Where do you have to put in efforts? Is where one has the capacity, but that what needs to be attained, achieved, is slightly above the capacity. Let's say you have the capacity to lift 50 kgs. But when something is presented that is 60 kgs, 50 kgs you could have had lifted very easily because that is well within your capacity. But then that what is 60 kgs, you are going to find that there is an effort, extra effort that will be involved. Because the prajna is manda, those who are endowed with the tivra prajna, you know, in one of the Shanti mantras we have that Ritam vadishyami, Satyam vadishyami, Tanmavavatu, Tanvaktaram avatu, Avatu mam, Avatu bhaktaram, Avatu bhaktaram, Ritam vadishyami. Ritam means Shastriya Satyam. And when we use the word Satyam, it means Vyavaharika Satyam. Transactional truth. Have you eaten food? Yes, sir. If you have eaten food and if you answer yes, it is Satyam. Transactional Satyam. Did you promise him that you will return the money? Yes, sir. Have you returned the money? No, sir. Now that promise, as well as not being able to return, this is Satyam, Vyavaharika Satyam. And Ritam is the Shastriya Satyam. That what is shown to you by the Shastra, without distorting the meaning of what the Shastra has presented. Because we have this, due to our prejudices, due to our preconceived notions, or because we have certain, what do they call, motives and self-interests, a person may tend to bend the meaning of the Shastra too. And thus, when this happens, now he has lost the rhythm. He has lost rhythm. It is also Satyam, but it is Shastriya Satyam. Now let us say that when you come to the conclusion that the Upanishad says Atma is Brahman, then along with that, you may also say, though the Shastra says Atma is Brahman, but it is not my experience that Atma is Brahman. I still find that I am Karta Bhokta Jiva. When this is the case, Shastriya Satyam is there with you, and also at the Vyavaharika level, you still admit this is so. Now, this discrepancy between the Shastriya Satyam and the Vyavaharika Satyam has to go away. Okay. And this is what the prajna, the intelligence, which is tivra, will be able to do. And by the tivra intelligence, we do not mean, very high IQ. It doesn't take an Einstein to be a Tattvanusandhanam. Okay. It is a matter of understanding, no doubt. But what is the kind of intelligence then which is required over here? The Upanishad says, Drishyate tvagraya buddhya sukshmaya sukshmadarshibhi. This vastu, the tattvam, is seen by those who have sukshma buddhi. Drishyate tu, pehli baat, agraya buddhya. Now, agram, agram means single pointed. Buddhi, which is not scattered. Buddhi, which is not lost. Jo buddhi vyagra nahi hai, which is not preoccupied with anything else. And have you noticed what, though the teacher may be speaking, that we may be lost in something else. Because teacher is going to use the words, and sometimes, because those words may trigger some other memory in you, and thus then that memory will drag you in a different direction altogether. So then maybe the speaker is saying, Rama goes to the forest. And this fellow, forest? Last time, somebody said that we should go to the forest, that is a tiger reserve. And it is very easy to see the tigers over there, and it is really a thrill to watch that majestic animal live and free in its own domain. So now I think, we have to book a tiger safari. No, he is lost. You see, his mind is already dragged away from what the speaker was saying. That may happen. But do you know that when does this scattering, when does this, getting lost, preoccupation takes place? Because not because of the word that the speaker has used, vanam, and hence this has happened. No, it is because of the desires that we already have harbored. And therefore it is very important over here that the student or the seeker needs to be free from the putreshana, vitteshana, and lokeshana. Because there is every possibility that the knowledge will not take place. There is a possibility that whatever has been spoken will be misinterpreted, misunderstood. And therefore, those factors which can distort the meaning of what is being delivered, those factors need to be reduced to their minimum most. Or if they are not there, best. Udiya Babaji Maharaj used to discuss Vedanta only with those seekers whom he found were only capable of understanding and receiving this. So in Baba's ashram during those days, Maharaj used to say, morning 2:30 was the time. 2:30 to 4:30, Baba will only speak about Vedanta. And very limited people who are interested in having nice sleep, why would they be awake at 2:30 and come? Why would they wake up at 2:30 in the morning in that cold or whatever, would come and sit? So those who are truly interested were such people who didn't mind sacrificing the sleep or the comfort will come. The rest of the day, he will talk about bhakti. Hanji, ईश्वर का स्मरण करो, परमात्मा की भक्ति करो, भगवान से अपना मन जोड़े रखो. This was this upadesh to all the people throughout the day. but only for those people whom he's found that could be admitted into this Brahmacharya, in these discussions on Brahman, Vedanta, were admitted at that time only. And this is so much true. It is only when a person is prepared, it should be delivered. So therefore, this prajna is how is agra drishyate tvagraya buddhya, with the buddhi which is ekagra, not vyagra. विविध दिशाओं में फैली हुई नहीं है, बिखरी हुई नहीं है. That is ekagra buddhi. Then, not only this, the Upanishad says, drishyate tvagraya buddhya sukshmaya sukshmadarshibhihi. It is that buddhi which is सूक्ष्म. स्थूल विषयों को तो हम समझ सकते हैं, कुछ हद तक सूक्ष्म विषयों को भी आप समझ सकते हो. For example, the person may be saying something, but his intention and that what he means is altogether different. You may be even able to understand that, but that is not what the sukshmata is. That kind of sukshmata is, it is sukshmata because you are seeing something, you are able to understand something which is not obviously presented. Sukshmaya. So what is that sukshma buddhi? Now that sukshma buddhi means the buddhi which has been able to understand the elements up to in their sukshma form also. The Pancha Mahabhutas in their sukshma avastha also, very clearly. Let us say you have a wooden chair. This is a very gross example, but this will help you understand. There is a wooden chair. So what is the obvious thing that you see is that it is a chair. But along with that, you also understand that this is nothing but wood. The wood is made into a particular frame in a particular shape, and it is now functional, and that it has got a functional value, and that functional value is to create a seat, and so it is called as a chair. So though you see the functional object, the chair, you are at the same time able to see wood. Wood is not chair. Chair is wood, but wood is not chair. Wood is not even log. If log is called as wood, then chair is not a log. So what is this wood? To understand wood and to understand whether it is a log or it is a chair, it is nothing but wood, is something that is understood through this sukshma buddhi. Like that, even when functioning in this world, when you are able to see that the world of names and forms is the grossified Panchamahabhutas, these grossified Panchamahabhutas are nothing but the Sukshma Mahabhutas. These Sukshma Mahabhutas are also nothing but the projection of Maya Avidya. This understanding which allows you to reach up to this is the gradual development of this Sukshma Buddhi. Doubtlessly, just as when you see the wooden chair, is there any doubt in your mind about it being wood? No. You may function with it as a chair. You can knock it down and then rearrange it in such a way that it becomes a table, nail it in different, way, can make it a table. But whatever form it may be, you are doubtless about the fact that it is wood. Like that, no matter whatever form this world is there, man, or the world of human beings or animals or insects or whatever, the planets, trees, mountains and rivers, is Panchamahabhuta, is what has to be understood very, very clearly, very doubtlessly, with certainty. When the Buddhi is able to thus function, allowing you to reach even their Karanam, which is Maya. And this Maya Avidya, the unmanifest, Ajnanam is what is the status of this Ajnanam in its substratum? Is only an appearance, mithya eva. When the Buddhi is able to see these facts very, very clearly, doubtlessly, this is the Sukshmata which is meant over here. Otherwise, these detectives and the lawyers and things like that, doctors, they also have a Sukshma Buddhi. But that is not what is simply meant over here by Sukshma Buddhi. So Ekagra Buddhi and Sukshma Buddhi. How does the Ekagrata come? When the factors which create Vyagrata are eliminated, the Sukshmata, the Ekagrata takes place. What are those factors which bring the Vyagrata, preoccupation of the Buddhi?
Putrishana, Vittishana, Lokeshana.
It is Eshanatraya only, in any form. These people, some of them, they have strangest of ideas. Swamiji, I want to be enlightened. Then ask them, why do you want that enlightenment? Oh no, Swamiji, so that I can help the world. Bhaiya, what is that for? So you simply want to see yourself in a position which is more powerful than others. That's all. So it means it is nothing but presently you're seeing yourself in a position where people cannot appreciate, or where you feel that you are powerless. And so now so this seems to be a good intention, but that is not what is. So it is Lokeshana only, in a different form. even if it is wrapped in a nice golden paper, it is still the same rotten thing. Lokeshana, Vitteshana, Putreshana. Stri parigrahadi will take place only if there is Putreshana. By that Putreshana, it covers the aspect of pleasure. So for pleasure, for delight, for procreation, for the passage of the genes, this is then that Putreshana. So Eshanatraya is what is going to create the Vyagrata, is what will create the Vyagrata. Therefore, though we have yet not discussed who is a qualified seeker of Vedanta, which will come in the later part of this book, is the one who is free from this Eshanatraya. So the factors which create the Vyagrata have to be reduced or have to be eliminated. And what is the way to do that? Following the righteous way of living and then doing the Karma Yoga. Okay. Two things. धर्म का आलंबन लेते हुए कर्म योग का अनुष्ठान करना. And that is why, these various books also, teachers of our tradition, they will say it is through the punya punja of many, many lives that this Brahma Jignasa takes place. Through the punya punja. So Vyagrata is not there. So therefore, since factors creating Vyagrata are absent, what is the natural state of Ekagrata? So Agraya Buddhya. Then Sukshmaya Buddhya. And Buddhi is also Sukshma. And we have, in the Tattvanusandhanam, we have already seen how the Tattvanusandhanam takes place. Okay, even in the Prakarana of Upasana, where the Laya was discussed, the Yauktikabad was shown to us, is something that one has to remember well. So then, now this is the Buddhi, which is called as Prajna. And therefore, there are no shackles which are going to bind this Buddhi and not allow it to take flight. Like, even if there may be an eagle which can fly to, the great heights, but if it is bound by a string which is just 2 feet, now that though it is an eagle which can touch the sky, yet it cannot fly beyond the 2 feet. Similarly, though we are endowed with buddhi, and this buddhi has the capacity to do the sakshatkar of Paramatma, because now this buddhi is tied down, she cannot take her flight. So now therefore this is prajna, means prakarshena, is able to fly very swiftly, and so it is prajna. This prajna, when is filled with ritam, now you understand what is ritam, correct? When this buddhi, when this prajna is carrying ritam, such prajna is called as ritambhara prajna. It's called as ritambhara prajna. Bhagavan Patanjali in the Yoga Shastra says that this prasad of ritambhara prajna is due to the samadhi abhyasa, etc. That's a different matter, but this is the ritambhara prajna. All right, sir. So now the buddhi is meant to understand. And what is to be understood is that what is infinite, because unless and until that what is infinite, that what is limitless, is seen, is known, is experienced, there is no way, there is nothing that can douse the dukkham. Because dukkham is in form, is parichnata itself is dukkham. Limitedness is dukkham. Have you ever wondered that a poor man is also unhappy and a rich man is also unhappy? Do you understand why? So the poor man says, because I don't have enough. And a rich man in the sense he is rich only in relation to this poor man. He also says that what I have is not enough. So both of them are unhappy because both of them find that they are limited. So what exactly is this suffering? Is nothing but the sense of limitedness. Unless and until that what is not limited, that what is limitless is discovered, seen, known, experienced, till then the dukkham will also continue. And therefore now that buddhi is meant to do the dukkha parihara, to remove the dukkham only. What else is the function of your buddhi? To keep you in suffering or to release you from suffering? What is the function of buddhi?
To release.
अरे भाई, आई है बुद्धि है, उसका काम ही ये है कि दुख का परिहार करें. That's why Bhagavan Shri Krishna gives you this simple definition of a pandita. Pandita means of a wise man. Who is a wise man?
Who is free from all anxieties and fear and dukkha.
Who is a wise man according to him? Is the one who is free from dukkham. Though this looks very, very simple, but if you look at the logic behind it, then it becomes obvious, then it is clearly understood why Sri Krishna creates a definition like this. Na shochati panditaha. Panditaha na shochati. Pandita, wise man. Pandit over here is not, Panditji. Panditaha na shochati. Well, now, when this is the function of the buddhi, then what is it that is going to lead the buddhi? Some pramanam. The pramanam over here is shabda. But the problem is that the shabda is able to take the buddhi to the objects which are limited. How can the shabda take the buddhi to that what is not limited, that what is infinite, that what is limitless, Purnavastu? How can it take? So in order to understand how does this happen, you have this thing said by the teacher. Etau laksharthau upadaya sambandhatrayena sahitam tattvanusanthanaam lakshanaya akhandartha bodhakam bhavati. Okay, so all these three things are extremely important. The lakshartha of both tat and tvam padas should be available. Then those words and the padarthas, means the words and the objects of those words, are related to each other. Padarthas are related to padarthas, other padartha. What is that relation? We are going to say it is, or the padas also have, padas have relationship between the other padas of the Vakya. So there is sambandhatraya, a threefold relation. Sambandhatrayena sahitam, lakshanaya, through lakshana, we'll see what is lakshana. Through lakshana, the vakyam, which vakyam? Tattvanusanthanaadi vakyam, the Mahavakyas. What do? Akhandartha bodhakam bhavati. They become the indicators of akhandartha. They show, they generate the knowledge of akhandartha. Okay? Up to this point, we had come. Now, sambandhatrayam tu. So we already know what is lakshartha. What are these sambandhas? Here he goes. Sambandhatrayam tu. Everybody is there on that page. Physical copy 118, and it is 152 in the PDF, those who are following. Sambandhatrayam tu padayoho samanadhikaranyam. What are these three sambandhas? Remember, samanadhikaranyam, visheshana vishesha bhava, laksha lakshana bhavascha iti trayas sambandhaha. Okay, so now let us see what is samanadhikaranyam, the first one. Padayoho, between the padas, between the words of that sentence. Okay, just collection of words does not become a sentence, you know that. Otherwise, the whole dictionary will become one sentence. So, when can it be called as a vakyam? When does the collection of words becomes a vakyam? when the padas have relation, they are interrelated, when the padas, meaning the words of the sentence, are interrelated. So what is this relationship of the padas in this particular sentence now? Padayoho samanadhikaranyam. And by that padayoho, why is that dual case used over here?
Two padas are there. Tat and
Two
tvam.
words.
Exactly. That's why the dual case. Padayoho samanadhikaranyam. Between the tat and tvam pada, we are not talking about the padarthas yet. What are we talking about? Padas. Between the padas, there is samanadhikaranyam. Sir, what is samanadhikaranyam? Here it goes. Bhinna pravritti nimittanam shabdanam ekasmin arthe vrittihi. Now there are different words, two different words, distinctly different words. So those words have a bhinna pravritti nimitta. Say, suppose if I have two words, ghata and kalasha. The word ghata also means the same object which is meant by the word kalasha. Because ghata also means a pot, kalasha also means a pot, isn't it? Ghata and kalasha. Do these both words have a different reason for them to function?
No.
They have their vritti is in the same object, ekasmin arthe vrittihi. But do these words, they are synonyms, right? That's why they become synonyms. But is it possible that there are these two different words, though both of them mean the same object, yet it is not, those two words cannot be treated as synonyms? Is it possible?
Yes, Swami.
Give an example.
Nilotpala Swamiji.
Saha ayam devdatta.
अरे वो तो वो बोलेंगे आगे, दूसरा कुछ सोचो. चलो हम
Nilotpala Swamiji.
Red color, red fragrant flower.
वो तो हुए, ठीक है, बाद में देखते हैं, उसका भी विचार करेंगे. अब एक दूसरा, एक क्या कहते हैं उसको, लौकिक एग्जाम्पल देते हैं, दृष्टांत. ठीक है, एक ही आदमी है, एक जन उसको चाचा बोलता है, दूसरा जन उसको मामा बोलता है. एक जन उसको पुत्र बोलता है, एक जन उसको पिता बोलता है. दोनों शब्दों की वृत्ति जो है एक ही व्यक्ति में हो रही है. ठीक है ना
जी.
दोनों शब्दों की वृत्ति एक ही व्यक्ति, चाचा बोले तभी वही है, मामा बोले तभी वही है. ठीक है, एक लड़के को बोला जाओ तुम्हारे चाचा को बुला के लाओ, दूसरे को बोला जाओ तुम्हारे मामा को बुला के लाओ. एक ही व्यक्ति में दोनों की वृत्ति है, दोनों शब्दों की. लेकिन चाचा और मामा ये दोनों शब्द, दोनों पद, can these both the words be treated as synonyms?
No.
No.
नहीं ना, because चाचा means paternal uncle and mama means maternal uncle.
Maternal uncle.
दोनों ही भिन्न हैं। तो दोनों शब्दों की जो प्रवृत्ति के कारण क्या है? भिन्न भिन्न कारण है ना?
Yes.
जी स्वामी जी।
भिन्न भिन्न कारण है, लेकिन दोनों शब्द एक ही अर्थ में, एक ही वस्तु में जाके मिलते हैं, एक ही वस्तु को दिखाते हैं कि नहीं? एक वही व्यक्ति अर्थ बनता है ना?
जी
Yes.
जी हाँ।
हाँ, तो जब when the words are not synonyms, because भिन्न प्रवृत्ति निमित्तानाम, because those words have भिन्न प्रवृत्ति निमित्त, उनके प्रवृत्ति का निमित्त भिन्न भिन्न है, अलग अलग है, जुदा जुदा है। ठीक है, भिन्न प्रवृत्ति निमित्तानाम शब्दानाम एकस्मिन् अर्थे वृत्ति ही। This is called as सामानाधिकरण्यम। What is सामानाधिकरण्यम? It is a relationship between the two words. Okay, it is relationship between the two words. Now we have to see what the samanadhikaranyam is here in the sentence. Before we go to that sentence to discover the samanadhikaranyam between tat and tvam, the teacher allows us to understand the samanadhikaranyam, how it functions in the Tattvanusandhanam Mahavakya through a different example. And that example is Soyam Devadattaha. Yatha Soyam Devadattaha iti atra tatkala vishishta devadatta vachaka sashabdasya. Etatkala vishishta devadatta vachaka ayam shabdasya cha ekasmin devadatta pinde vrittihi samanadhikaranyam. ठीक है? सहा आयम देवदत्तः, वह यही देवदत्त है। वह देवदत्त, यह देवदत्त। अगर ये कहते हम वह देवदत्त और यह देवदत्त, तो आपको क्या पता चलेगा? आपके पास कितने
Separately they are
देवदत्त हैं?
two. Separately there are two.
देर दो देवदत्त बनेंगे ना, वह देवदत्त, यह देवदत्त।
Yes.
ठीक है, लेकिन सहा अयम देवदत्तः, वह यह देवदत्त है। ये जब वाक्य बनता है तो क्या हुआ? यहाँ पे दो देवदत्त निकले कि एक ही देवदत्त निकला?
एक।
अच्छा, तो ये शब्द वह, वो किस देवदत्त का वाचक है?
पुराने।
उस देवदत्त का जो तत्काल विशिष्ट है। तब 10 साल पहले जब किसी देवदत्त को मिले थे, तब वह देवदत्त, यह देवदत्त। तो तत्काल विशिष्ट देवदत्त is shown to you by the word saha, and the ayam, this devadatta, is who? एतत्काल विशिष्ट देवदत्तः। ठीक है, qualified by the present time, and the one who is qualified by the past time is shown to you by the word saha. ठीक है, तत्काल विशिष्ट एतत्काल विशिष्ट देवदत्तः। लेकिन यहां पे इन दोनों में जो तत्काल विशिष्ट देवदत्त एतत्काल देवदत्त एतत्काल विशिष्ट देवदत्त, ये भेद मिटा के एक ही देवदत्त पिंड में दोनों शब्दों की प्रवृत्ति हो रही है। ठीक है,
ये समझ।
दोनों शब्द जाकर के कहाँ मिलते हैं? एक में। तो तत्काल को भी छोड़ दिया, एतत्काल को भी छोड़ दिया और पकड़ा देवदत्त पिंड को। दिस इज देन कॉल्ड एज सामानाधिकरण्यम। एकस्मिन् देवदत्त पिंडे वृत्ति ही सामानाधिकरण्यम। बाय डेफिनेशन व्हाट इज सामानाधिकरण्यम? भिन्न प्रवृत्ति निमित्तानां शब्दानां एकस्मिन् अर्थे वृत्ति ही। इस वाक्य में now you think about this, that how does सामानाधिकरण्यम function in the sentence सोयम देवदत्तः? ठीक है, सह शब्द की प्रवृत्ति क्यों हो रही है, अयम शब्द की प्रवृत्ति क्यों हो रही है, और दोनों सहा शब्द भी और अयम शब्द भी किस प्रकार एक ही अर्थ में जाकर के बैठते हैं। यद्यपि दोनों शब्दों के प्रवृत्ति का निमित्त भिन्न भिन्न है, तो भिन्न भिन्न है तो भिन्न भिन्न चीजें दिखानी चाहिए। घट बोलेंगे तो घट को दिखाना चाहिए शब्द ने, पट बोलेंगे तो पट को दिखाना चाहिए, क्योंकि दोनों के प्रवृत्ति का निमित्त भिन्न है कि नहीं है।
हाँ समझ।
जी स्वामी।
हाँ, घट बोलेंगे तो घट दिखाने के लिए वो शब्द आएगा घट, पट बोलेंगे तो कपड़ा दिखाने के लिए शब्द आ रहा है पट। तो उनके प्रवृत्ति का निमित्त भिन्न है। कारण किस कारण से, किस हेतु से ये दोनों शब्द प्रवृत्त हुए, तो उनकी प्रवृत्ति का निमित्त भिन्न है, हेतु भिन्न है। एक को कपड़ा दिखाना है, दूसरे शब्द को घड़ा दिखाना है, इसलिए। तो भिन्न प्रवृत्ति होने पर भी जब शब्दों की एक ही अर्थ में वृत्ति होती है, तब उन पदों का आपस में सामानाधिकरण्य होता है। ठीक है, यहां तक ठीक है?
जी स्वामी जी।
स्वामी जी।
ठीक है, अगर सामानाधिकरण्यम समझ में आया है तो फिर पदयोः सामानाधिकरण्यम भी समझ में आएगा। लेकिन उसको समझने के लिए सोयम देवदत्तः इस वाक्य का विचार करना चाहिए, कैसे सामानाधिकरण्यम है। आज यहीं पे रुकते हैं, फिर अवशिष्ट बात बाद में देख लेंगे। ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेद विभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम 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 महादेव। Thank you all. Thank you very much.
नमस्ते।